What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Platinum Mindset Podcast Live. I'm here today with Joe Perez. What's going on, Joe? How you doing?
Oh, I'm doing. Glad to be here. Thank you for inviting me and bringing me on.
What's going on today?
All kinds of stuff itself, man. Just doing my hustles and reaching out to those who are interested in the tech world itself, the tech industry, in order to educate, inform, and be a resolver as well.
Tell everybody about what you do, what you do, what your business is, and then we can get into it.
Well, but you see, in a sense, from the acronym I have, GCS, which is Global Computer Services, based here in Tampa, Florida. Been living down here 30 years, but I'm actually a former Buckeye Ohioan, born in
Oh man,
Cincinnati.
Don't say that. Oh god.
So came down here. My father retired, and when I got involved in the tech industry more, being a supporter of the computer systems, my very first computer actually was a Packard Bell. I called it Packard Hell back then, and actually started to embrace back in those days. We had dial-up the first time I got exposed to it in the early 90s. Then when broadband came in later on, late 90s itself is when I actually embraced it further. And I did get actually my associate's degree from the former ITT Technical Institute and learned about the actual building of the circuitry for building a computer itself inside and out. And also learned about networking. I did embrace about the components, the monitors, mice, keyboards, all those peripherals. And when the webcams finally came in place, I learned about the webcams and how they worked. And now
me too. I learned this weekend about how it works.
Yeah. And now that we actually have newer technologies that are always unfolding, the tech industry, and I actually got my bachelor's degree at the University of Phoenix back in 2007, only 2-year study, when they accepted me with my transcript from ITT. I was working at the cable company back then, Time Warner, later on became Bright House, then got bought out later on, I think a few years later, as now Spectrum. Well, I put 5 years of my own dedication to that company, and the broadband later on, as I was working at Bright House, introduced the VoIP or voice over IP phone systems. Well, now that most people actually have mobile phones, it's pushed away the landlines, but they still do exist, just a lot less. But I embraced it because the fact is, like, newer technology is going to come out. Now we got tablets, all kinds of newer technologies. Of course, now, presently, more newer 21st century, now AI, artificial intelligence, came in place. I'm embracing that as well. And the actual ongoing speed of creating newer AIs is in place. Most people are probably familiar with the OpenAI ChatGPT. I'm using the O4 Mini. There's Gemini, Perplexity. We got DeepSeek.
I think competitor
there. Various others that are available. So interacting with those, I use the free versions. I have found differences with those actual platforms. Even using a same line of what I'm looking for to get, like a book or a list to get a document created, they're all different how they create it. Sometimes they're paralleled, not always. There's comparisons. But the biggest area that actually I've been noticing a whole lot more just in this new decade itself, sadly, has been also about cybersecurity, hacks, scams, cons.
It's a lucrative business.
Impersonations. Plus, we already know about the WhatsApp, Signal, Telegram, the Google Chat. I use all of those.
I got a question for you. Look, WhatsApp. Yeah. Why is it? We were just looking at this last night. Why did Meta spend $19 billion? What makes it worth $19 billion?
The thing is that, see, WhatsApp being an encrypted platform, and when former Facebook, now Meta, made a choice, I don't know if it was Zuckerberg or a team, my best guess is probably Zuckerberg, being a multi-billionaire himself, he found something there was an advantage, and that's why he bought it out, took it over to actually mix in. Now we know that the other multi-billionaire, who's like nearly trillionaire, wants to buy it out. That's going to be a haggle. So I don't think that Meta is going to sell out to Musk in any way.
What makes it worth so much? It's just a.
Well, the thing is, see, they think what the thought is. This is just my own take on it. Is my own opinion, because that WhatsApp is in a sense owned by Meta. Problem is that even today, in one of the groups I'm part of, inside of WhatsApp, impersonation of phone numbers can be ported, mostly even through Google Voice. The number can be grabbed to look like it's from the same country. Problem is, it's also harassment, exploitment, in order to bank by a hacker doing that. And I looked it up already. Reddit shows the actual ways you get done for free. They could be from any other country, offshore regardless. To impersonate even Americans, which is sad, insulting, and stupid because the fact that once it's caught of a local phone number or somewhere else in a different state, but the original number still shows offshore,
So you can hack my number?
the number can be hacked and you could be impersonated. Yeah. Even my Facebook got hacked. My LinkedIn got hacked. So a VPN is one thing, a virtual private network. But the thing is that the IP address, the number issued from that VPN, wherever it's from, can still be flagged. But then when I disconnect myself, which I did because my LinkedIn got hacked 3 times this year. Well, I flagged it.
I feel you. I'm at 5.
Yeah. But the thing is, see, I took advantage. So when I got the email, they took it down temporarily, 12 hours. They sent out the email, did the verification. They used a 2-factor authentication. We call it 2FA. So that adds an additional layer of security, which will use either your phone to have the app there or the tablet. They'll use LinkedIn. That way you'll verify yourself. It will then, when you open it up, it will flag you. Was this you? If it shows by the email, which will be emailed to your LinkedIn as you logged on, if it shows literally where you live, not your address, but like your town, then it's authentic because it is you. The app will let you actually then authenticate that and you're good. The thing is that for those like myself and yourself, we're very engaging in LinkedIn. It knows who we are. That's the point. So a VPN is only if it's been hacked. My recommendation is if you have been hacked and then your account is like temporarily not blocked, shut down, your profile is still intact. It's just basically then to LinkedIn support, report it, let them know that your account got compromised. Then it'll give you about maybe a day. By that point, then they'll verify everything. Your email address is still valid, your phone number is still valid, or the app's still valid. Then they'll give you the opportunity to reconnect back to your account. If it just revert the changes back. My picture, my banner, both got changed. They were actually just silhouettes. I put that back up, and that was all good. And I was on my VPN for 2.5 hours or so the day that I got hacked twice. So keep that in mind because actually it's a proactive direction to protect your interest, your contacts, your information, your business, your professional connections.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I've been in this industry now 25 plus years, and I've been labeled expert, tech god. People always tell me that they actually feel stupid on a computer, that their computer's stupid. I don't judge. I just want to learn what they know or don't know, and the computer will tell me what their problem is more than anything else.
You can become an expert bullshitter? I didn't know that. I'm a genius then.
Well, the thing is, see, I also do it in Spanish, not just in English, being living in Tampa. So it gives me that also advantage. But now that I'm actually in my business, I'm working business to business. Residential is fine, but because of my value that I have, I'm beefing up the actual value more with businesses to actually attract. And I mean, if anybody's interested, they can check out my website, joeperezribas.com, to actually go there, or you can text me or give me a phone call. My phone number is 813-600-0225. That way, then you can reach out to me that way.
This sucker's giving his phone number out. Damn.
Oh yeah, marketing myself, brother. That's what I gotta do.
Just freaking camera, dude.
Oh, great.
It's gone. I'm gonna get it back on. I'm just freaking moving it because it freaking sucks. With this stupid screen. The screen, dude.
By the way, there we go. We got you back. And just for those who are only listening, my email address is info@joeperezribas.com. So we can also email me if you'd like. I won't give you the long LinkedIn account, but if you look up Perez Ribas, it doesn't have any dash. And Ribas is R-I-B like Bravo A-S. You'll find me that way.
And he likes long walks from the beach, and he likes to go to the park.
I like to walk. I do like to read. I love listening to music more than anything else. And I do watch a lot of different movies and shows as well. I'm watching actually House MD, and it's like my binging time for medical stuff because it's hilarious to me. That character cracks me up, House. A drug addict genius. House MD, man. He's a drug addict genius.
How is he still a doctor and he's a drug addict?
I know. Because of his leg.
Crazy.
Though he's a British actor who was actually originally in comedy, which cracks me up. Now he's just doing music. It's all cool.
But get back to the security thing about the hackers. That's a lucrative business, buddy. I mean, I might be in the wrong business.
Well, the thing is, there's 3 different types. Actually, there's more than that, but the three main ones are white hat hackers are ethical. Gray ones are kind of like, teetering between being an exploiter to monetize or do good to actually catch the black hat hackers. And the black hat hackers are all about exploitation,
What is that?
imitating, exploiting, personifying vulnerable people who don't know the tricks.
What is a black hat?
The whole point. Black hat, I mean, they use the idea because of Western. So white hat, actual, think of the white hat guy is actually the good guy. The gray one, kind of in between. The black one is a bad guy. The bad guy, it doesn't matter. Most of the time, it actually is males who do this, but they're also black hat hackers are females. Not as much. The ratio is really distinct. More guys than there are girls, but sometimes they even actually team up. And it's not just here in the States; it's everywhere because they're exploiting. That's all they want to do. That's all about monetization. And the worst part is they use cryptocurrency, mostly on Bitcoin, to exploit, because the fact they think that's not trackable when actually it is. So current times, because of using Bitcoin, which actually a most recent report that I watched on YouTube that happened in 2019, a website was used similar to eBay for, sadly, child porn, weapons, drugs, and sex trafficking. It was actually tracked up in New Jersey, but down here in Florida, law enforcement, FBI, and so forth down here were able to actually find a site, find the exploiters, and arrest them all and take the site down. Took them, I don't know how many years. They started off in, I think, 2016, 2013, but we finally took it down in 2019.
But they're not flipping. They're not starting to flip them. Like they're not starting to like have these sites, then boom, close them. Get a new one. Get a new one. Get it, close them.
Well, that's the whole thing. They're probably using VPN to actually disguise themselves, but still doing the business. Well, the site's now been completely taken down. It's banned, and we were able to successfully do it. And I say we, as meant here in Florida, law enforcement was able to take it down completely because the fact it was able to be discovered further. And I think that, yes, it was found who actually created the site, the creator, and actually take him down. So now he's actually now behind bars.
So what happens if they start getting smart and they start like changing these websites quick? Boom, boom, boom.
Well, the website wasn't actually changed. It was just because the fact that the person was bouncing from one location to another, so it can be found, but it was trackable. So that's what the white hat hackers are for, in order to actually track further, to do sniffing is what the other term is called. Sniff around. Because if you don't keep tracking, another thing of a hacker, it's not quick. It also takes patience, diligence, and it's a team effort. Team can be, a handful of guys and gals are actually highly intelligent, regardless of age, but know what to look for. Using social media, mostly, tracking down to get addresses, mostly the IP addresses. I don't know if anybody knows about IPs, but basically it's like 4 sets of numbers, 2 to 3, separated by dots. That's a signature from the media access controller, we call it a MAC, that's actually in every device, with the exception of the peripherals. So your computer has a MAC address. Your phone do as well. So the hackers use that to track in order to actually find out where people are. And privacy doesn't exist in this planet. Sorry to blow people's stacks, but there's no real privacy. Because the hackers will find out where you are, and they don't even care where you are. They're just going to try and use you to exploit and monetize. Sometimes they'll even be able to hack your damn bank account. But that's why security has been beefed up on cybersecurity for using facial recognition, biometrics, a thumbprint. We haven't done voice yet, but we're probably going to get there eventually. But impersonation still can happen. Guys are probably seeing about the credit card exploitation. Your debit card and credit card, even at the machines, can be actually used to get that card remotely via Bluetooth. So a trick I learned about this past week, on your phone, if you turn on your Bluetooth there and you see a new Bluetooth signal come through, heads up, because that means actually at your pump station, when you're about to put your card, if you detect a very foreign Bluetooth, don't use that card machine at all. Avoid it and wiggle the damn thing. If you can pull it off, guess what? You just took away the machine, because they're using clever ideas for this to steal your information. It's not hard to do. And they try to be quick about it because they have to be fast. One trick was use the pump closest to the entrance of the store, not furthest away. Preferably, even if it's at nighttime or daytime is best. to use the machine closest to the entrance. That way they know that you're going to be safe in that way and you're aware.
Mm-hmm.
So be vigilant. I recommend that too. I mean, I pumped my car recently and I did it during the daytime, right? The first pump, like I could get close to the entrance, and that was good. And it was solid. So yeah, just be vigilant. I mean, I'm not here to get people to freak out. Don't be afraid. Just be aware.
Yep.
Watch. Pay attention. That's all you got to do.
What about the biggest one I know of is like Telegram, where they setting up these crypto groups. They're telling you go now. They have a site that you go to where you can invest with the crypto. You can do everything with the crypto, but it's basically their site that they created. The crypto's going and it looks like it's all real. They get you invested. You put this much up into our program. You're going to guarantee this much money. How are they? And there's one guy on there that's been around a long time, and he's still doing it. People giving him hundreds of thousands of dollars of crypto. How's he continue going on? And it's obviously a scam.
Of course, it is a scam. The thing is, to keep in mind, these type of hackers, they use the biggest scams that are the worst ones is social engineering, and it'll be convincing. Social psychology. So they're going to lure. They'll either use a romance scam. They give you a false promise that's going to be a lie. You're going to believe it because you're going to think, oh, if I put in $5,000 of my own money, and so you got a net worth value, say, or you're banking about 10, 20,000 or something like that, you can spare $5,000 to invest into the crypto. They give you an address, probably legit, but who the hell is the owner? That's the unknown part. That's the hook. They'll give you a false promise. You'll be scanning for them on LinkedIn and your social media. Look at their phone number. The phone number is offshore. Flag. Right there's an alert. Do not trust. And then if you're in a group like that, WhatsApp had it, Telegram has it, Signal has it.
I'm gonna say exactly the same one.
Even Discord, dude. Discord does it. And Discord's one of the worst. And my Discord did get hacked. Be careful.
This dude right here, I'm gonna tell you exactly who he is. This dude is huge, and he just keeps on going. Where is it at?
If it doesn't sound legit, that means it's not. If it's too good to be true, it is too good to be true.
Okay, so look,
this shiny penny syndrome, please.
This dude, you can even look it up. It's called DZ Alliance, and it's a huge company. This dude in charge of it. He's been around a long time. He's got a lot of these things, and he's just people keep on investing. I know a lot of people on there that stay there investing are fake, but he's got people pulling in money, and he gives you all this stuff. His name is I'm gonna find his name. But he's owned. Look up DZ Alliance.
It's in 2021, huh? That's when it got started, back in 2021. It's got 337 active competitors on there now, so far. With 22 funded.
I'm about to give you the guy's name exactly. His name is all right, here it is. His name is Damon, Damon. Last name Quisenberry. Yep.
Quisenberry. Yeah, I looked it up as well. Yep. He's an AI fanflare as well. So he actually created the AI Finflare. Which I have to look that one up later on. And yeah, it's all about efficiency and all this stuff, which I could see why this would be very attracting.
He's making hundreds.
It could be banking big, but doesn't mean actually it's legit. And yet it could appear to be legit, but I mean, it's being questioned even on Reddit if it actually is worth the investment for traders on that. I question it myself because
he has like 3 or 4 coins he made too. The 3 or 4 coins he made are fake, but the people on his site, it's because it's his site.
Look at the doggy coin. That was created by one dude that actually is not even from here in the States, but he lives in California. And I saw an Amazon video regarding hacks that actually this guy was interviewed by a former actor on House MD who decided to go into politics. He worked with Obama, and he interviewed this dude who actually created a doggy coin with his own dog's face. It was a joke, and it banked. He's like, that was on purpose, but now he stopped doing it because of the fact that it had no value. Well, it's not. It wasn't intended to have any value. So people are creating new ploys to bank. The thing is that doing legit work is the point of this. We do legit work. The thing is, these exploiters don't care. They want to bank off of us.
Mm-hmm.
The easy way. Sorry, you have to earn it.
How is he not getting shut down?
Because probably it may not be showing to be totally exploitation unless someone reports it. The more reports giving to IC3 and the oh God, what the hell is their name of them? The Federal Trade Commission, FTC. if it's not reported there because they haven't been robbed, it's going to keep going. Now, I've reported at least 5 different hackers or 5 different exploiters, scammers that happened to me. I have a bad one happen in 2023. I lost a lot. I reported everything. I couldn't do screen captures because I didn't have that part, but I was able to do at least on another one to actually attach what I did capture from both WhatsApp as well as on Signal, plus the emails I got. They still use some grounded stuff. And these hackers or these exploiters will also still use the phone to call. So the other thing is smart to actually install on your phone is to have a free scam phone app on your phone, which will track if the phone is actually a spam call. Doesn't cost anything, by the way.
I got one of they said nuisance likely.
Yeah. They're increasing more on that because, I mean, you never know who the hell's going to be calling you. It could be a telemarketer or a scammer trying to fool you. I still get calls even for job offers, but they're mostly, from agencies, which I avoid as well because agencies, they can't afford me. I'm like, no. Even though they offer me maybe benefits and all this, like healthcare and 401k, retirement stuff.
I don't want 401k.
But the thing is that even on retirement, I'm going to be banking on my own. I can probably exceed that by myself and reinvest in what I already have in my retirement.
401k is the worst investment. Worst.
Now I have my Schwab account, so I'm good. I just got to reinvest back into it. But I'm going to be changing into sustainable, and I'm going to reinvest into sustainable actual companies that will bank me more and are consistent. They don't drop.
Life insurance.
Up. Yeah, but even that can be messed up too. Although I haven't got it yet, but
Cash out life
offers
insurance,
it, and so does the USAA.
Cash out life insurance. Cash out life insurance. You can pull from it. It's $1 million. You can spend all $1 million before you die.
Well, at least I'll help my siblings, unless I outlive them. I might be the only one left in my family, depending on when they get up to 3.
You ever heard be your own bank? Be your own bank.
No.
That's how all the rich people do it. They use life insurance. They can pull from it without penalties. They don't pay taxes on it, and you can use it before you die.
Looks like we got to share some things together either on LinkedIn or private chat, too. Because you can share some of those resources. That'd be kind of
cool. You get $1 million life insurance plan after paying into it so long. Say you want to borrow $100,000. You borrow $100,000 from it. You don't pay it back. No penalties, no taxes. Now it's just worth $100,000 less than your policy was worth.
Right. Okay.
Be your own bank.
Yep. You got to send me that link later on so I can actually check them out. That'd be cool.
Like, I just don't understand WhatsApp and all that stuff. How? I don't know. It's just how these people just not get. They just scam, and nobody gets caught. And they just they delete it, make another one.
Think of it like thieves are actually very, very slick, and they're getting more intelligent on the net because that's what's being mostly used. And they're being slick because they can impersonate. They'll look like a woman, or even a sock girl. But guess what? They're trying to romance you. It's mostly psychological in order to actually lure you and convince you. By the time they actually ask for money, flag already. Oh, you can invest into this. I think the newest one now, I don't know if you've seen this on WhatsApp or on Signal, but a business just like, what's this record company? EP Records, I think is what it is. They tried to lure me into that. To listen to music and get paid. I think it's EP Records. I gotta look them up. Yeah, it's a bad one.
If I gotta pay a fee, to get paid, I ain't doing it. I'm not doing it. I'm not paying to get paid.
So Epic Records, they did create a group for people to actually get trained. But the trainer gets paid. You get 20% from what I was told, which to me is bullshit. And I'm just like, yeah, but in the end, I got probably pay into this. They had one for doing app support, meaning to promote apps. On the website. Yeah, that's another exploitation. Then when I didn't have money in there, well, you got to now pay. And how? BTC, Bitcoin. I'm like, I'm out.
I never heard of paying to get a job. I never heard of me paying you to get a job for you.
And then they use psychology when you complain. They get angry. Again, tactic. In order to basically try and convince you. Be smarter. Let them get angry. And ChatGPT or near AI, if you give those flags of actually copying from the chat from your computer or your phone to the AI, it will tell you it's a scam. Don't fall for it.
Look, you know what I had them tell you one time? They say, just trust me, blah, 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 blah. I said, and
I don't know you.
I swear on my life. I swear on my kid's life. I said, you think I give a damn about you or your kid's life? You can swear on whoever the hell you want to swear on.
Or your mother's life? I don't care. I don't know.
You want me to trust you? How about this? It's $50. You want me to trust you? How about this? You pay the $50 and then trust me to pay you back when I get my money. Well, you want to trust? You don't want to trust, but you want me to trust? I don't think so, buddy.
Another layer. Let's have a phone call. Better yet, video
That's what I
call.
said. Yep.
Oh, my phone doesn't work. Really? Bye.
Whoa. What a coincidence.
Yeah,
Well, call me when it works.
yeah, really. You
This is
call me. I won't call
2025.
you.
2025, your phone works. Nobody has a broke phone in 2025. And if they do, they go get it fixed immediately.
I had one even using Messenger here, telling me she's based out of Missouri, telling me she can't do it. She tried to call me up. I answered on my phone, Messenger, and it dropped more than once.
I tried
Yeah.
calling you.
And I called her back, and she said, "I'm having problems with my phone." I'm like, "Yeah, right, sure."
That's about right. That's how it always works.
Yep. It's all about how they work with it.
I'm telling you, that's a good business to get in.
Yeah,
I
the
could
problem
hire
is,
I could
though,
hire a whole bunch of I could hire a whole bunch of VAs to do it for me.
good luck with that. Don't call me when you get caught. It's like, "Hey, Joe, I'm in jail. I don't know who I'm talking to. Bye."
I won't be getting a call.
I won't be accepting the charges.
I'm not getting a call, dude. I'll be in jail the rest of my life on that one.
Prison will be a bad experience. Too many examples, even in the entertainment industry, that has proven the exploitation from actual actors, performers, all types, even music industry, that are now in prison due to exploitation or actual murder or other exploitation of, like, the sex trafficking and shit like that. We already know one is actually a big hitter. He's not getting out anytime soon. I don't care how many millions you've got, dude.
Who says he's even in there?
Now.
Who says he's even in there still?
Oh, he's still in. He probably might be dead for all we know. He's probably killed.
He's gonna be the next one to commit suicide, huh?
It's very close to that. And he's not the only one.
Guy? Somebody recently who was that just recently? Some recent guy just now that knew a whole bunch of stuff just committed suicide all of a sudden. Yeah. You ever heard that there was a senator from Louisiana? He said 3 things that don't hang themselves: sheetrock, a Christmas ornament, and Jeffrey Epstein.
That one's still a conspiracy. That it may have been more involved in the Epstein actual case itself, but either way, the guy was an exploiter, and he's gotten too many of the big wigs that actually in the industry of entertainment involved. That manifest has already been released. All the names are on there. Big names.
Supposedly, remember they didn't give Bondi everything they were supposed to. They were hiding stuff. They had to go in there and get it out of there.
Oh boy, it was hard to pull it out, but they got it.
You know what? You know what? On that list, there is so many people on that list that would. It didn't release it. You know why?
Man, jet, dude. I mean, I can't remember I can't remember which aircraft they had, but I think it was a 777 jet that he owned. But his brother was the one that inherited the entire estate on that damn island. He didn't want it.
What happened to that woman? What happened to that woman? Where's she at?
Which one?
The one that was his right-hand man. Like the one who knew everything. She in jail still?
Oh, no, she's in prison. She's in prison.
Supposedly.
And actually, she was a mastermind.
Supposedly, she's in jail.
Yeah, she's in prison because of the fact that actually she got caught. Epstein was pretty much a pawn in a way, but
we think she's in prison.
As far as I understand, she's in prison because basically there was so much evidence against her. She tried to get away with it. We know that these agencies are going to nail her. If she isn't already nailed.
That's like, what's his name? Was George Floyd, the dude, the cop, okay? So the cop that did it, whatever. Y'all can believe, and people can believe whatever they believe. I believe my beliefs, but so he gets stabbed in jail by now you stabbed 83 times by the person who's in charge of the Mexican gang that was taking up for the black gang. I'm like, oh, really? Since when does that happen?
About the cartel actually got? Oh, hell no! Wow.
No, that did, but he's taking up for the blacks. That doesn't happen, buddy. It doesn't happen. Sorry.
It was crazy.
He stabbed you with 83 times. A Q-tip? I mean, a cotton ball. 83 times, and you walk out and you live.
Stab.
You live. And why were y'all in the same cell? It's a crock of crap.
No, there's so much actual conspiracies going on that it's so distracting. I just focus more on what I can control because though this country is going through upheaval, but it's also purging all of the actual negative crap that we've been facing for too damn long in this country.
Yep.
Yes, there'll be a lot of people complaining. Yes, there'll be a lot of people even partial supporting. I'm more of like the standby guy working what I can deal with, trusting and having faith in it that actually is like, it's going to be in our favor eventually. But there's a lot of crap we've been dealing for decades. So just be patient, work with what you can, deal with what you have, feed yourself, take care of yourself, get damn good rest. Don't get stressed out because the stress is going to kill you. It will harm your health badly. Do whatever makes you happy and do what your passion is. If you're a student, study what you love. Really, keep learning and doing. And if you are business people like me and Mike are, well, keep promoting that. And if you have a side hobby or many hobbies that actually you enjoy doing, do it. But do hydrate,
Yeah.
eat well, exercise, and rest.
The
Definitely
biggest
have
thing
fun in
is
life.
don't if you're in a job you hate, it's understandable. Look, you gotta pay bills. But if that's something ultimately you want to go do, you need to start working to make that your goal and start working to it and get the hell out of the job you're at and go do what you want to do. It's going to be hard. And look, and if people, and I hate to hear this all the time. Oh, being a business owner is it's you got it made. You're your own boss. Okay, then how come you ain't doing it? It ain't as easy as you think. But if that's what you want to do, then you need to go to it. But go to it knowing it ain't easy.
And the one thing that we can both agree on, and it's been going on for over a century, being an entrepreneur is a newer term. Being a business owner does take effort, hard work. It may not be sweat and blood, but it will
Beat your
feel
head.
like that. But it's going to be really hustling, getting yourself known out there, going to meetings, going to conferences, going to see other business owners. I went to one this past Wednesday, last week, and 30 people were there, all business owners. I took my business cards with me, handful of them. Almost all of them were thrown out there to each individual, and I only had 2 that came back to me. But I'm getting connections on LinkedIn because of it in the industry I work in. So it is worth it. If you have the money to actually go to these things, go to them, because I got mine given to me. It didn't cost me a dime, but time. I drove downtown to Tampa. I was there for about 3 hours. Worth the time. I was able to share what I do, and I got some connections that way. So yeah, it's worth the effort, because the fact that more you go, even hell, actually, I think another individual told me to go to what do they call them? Crap, and they're free. The
Networking.
Chamber of Commerce, local town actual conferences or groups in your town. Go to them, share who you are, what you do, what's your company name if you have one, and that you're here to offer service. Whether you got a product, information, or service you provide. Know your value. Clean up if you have to. Who cares? Dress up, look kind of professional at
You should
least.
clean up always anyway. Okay, look. The way I say is you should always everywhere. Every time you leave the house, it should be. You don't know who you're gonna run into. You don't know who you're gonna see. I shave every day. I wear a polo everywhere I go. If I go work in a yard for somebody, I'm wearing a polo. It is what it is. I
Yeah.
mean, but I mean,
Usually when I go out, I'm always wearing my cap, my newsboys cap that I always wear. I'm bald. I'm proud of it. I don't care. I have a goatee. I don't look my age. I'm a guy at 58, by the way, and I'm still told to look like in my 30s or early 40s. I'm game with that, and I just tell them I love you. Like, here's my card. Especially as a female, I'm like, bring it on. That way they see who I am and what I do, and they're enjoying it, because the fact that actually, for one, I know my value, and that's the biggest part. So, I mean, if you are running a business, maybe you're like me, because I've been doing mine for 15 years. I haven't really banked much, but now I'm more full throttle with it, because the corporate world for me, I'm going to work with them, not for them. I'm done working for them. They don't pay me enough.
yeah.
And the benefits I get are really a joke. So you just start off, first of all, find what really makes you happy. What do? You're a writer, electrician, attorney, whatever the hell it is you do, or you're studying in that. Now you want to break into the industry, break into it, learn more. How the side hustle, join groups that will support you. If you got somebody who's got more experience, rock on, bring them on. That way then you can collaborate. That's what I do. I collaborate with fellow techs, full stack development to do websites, to working with AI, programmers that do that. I'll work with them. If someone's stronger on networking, rock on. I'll give you that job, and then I'll take like 25% from whatever you earn, and we're going to bank them. We're basically going to charge them a high amount, but guess what? It's worth it. And I'll work with the computers themselves, operating systems. If someone's looking to buy a computer and they want a consultation, I will charge for the consultation, but I'm looking also to find what's the interest. What do you do in a computer? Are you a gamer, a producer for video, podcast to actually do voiceovers, or you just doing simplistic, just email and doing social media? It all varies.
I could do a lot of voiceovers. I would love to get it. I try to get in that work, but it's just I got too much other shit going on. I could do any voice you want me to do. I could do any voice, anything.
Well, the thing is, see, even a YouTube channel, I have my own. Mine is actually called MS Windows Coach. So if you look me up on YouTube as MS Windows Coach, you'll find my channel. feel free to subscribe. I only have like 4 or 5 videos on there, but I even did one with an AI called Bordy. It's actually based here in the States, but started actually in UK and Britain. So it's a great actual tool from LinkedIn. It will provide you a local number, give your email address. After the phone call is done, you can call any time. Then it will give you the email of the actual conversation you had, and then whoever you want to reach out to in your industry or your interest. That way, then we'll do that contact. It finds. You can call multiple times a day. Doesn't matter, as long as you want. Also, it does have an actual Australian voice. But I think they're improving it to actually include more, and it's learning. So there's a lot of advantages of resources available online, big time.
Oh yeah. Also, everybody's watching this. Go to my. I've had like 40 podcast episodes, and I have 6 freaking people on my YouTube subscribers. That don't make no sense. I don't understand how I got less than I had people guessed. Go to my YouTube. It's Platinum Mindset TV on YouTube. Go to that and become a subscriber, because it's crazy. I got 6 people and I've had 40 guests. That makes no sense.
I think I subscribed to yours too, though, Michael, didn't I? I think I did.
It's just nuts. Everybody go in there. You watching on Facebook, you're doing whatever, go in there. All right, Joe, anything else you want to let anybody know?
Well, I shared my email. I shared my YouTube channel, my website. Or did I share my website? We talked about it earlier or not? I'll repeat it anyway. Yep. So we got private chat, but we didn't get anything public. So my website's my name, which is actually Joe Perez Ribas. So JoePerezRib like Bravo AS.com. My email address, info at the same domain. You already heard my YouTube channel. And you can also check out my LinkedIn, which is just my last name, Perez Ribas. There's no dash. And actually connect with me. And Mike.
I'm looking around my screen and all that stuff, because I freaking Saturday I'm going to speak at an event, and at my camera I pull it off my screen like a jackass. When I go to pull it off the tape, I freaking cracked the screen in half. So I'm looking at 2 screens now, but it cracked in the middle. So I'm trying to like go back and forth. So if I look like I'm looking around the screen, my camera's sitting there, it's like you got to just roll with it, whatever.
And one more thing is actually for anybody interested, I do have 2 phone numbers. I have a Google Voice, but I'll give you my actual mobile number, 813-600-0225. So you can text me. And the same number for WhatsApp if you wish to hit me up there. Either way.
That's what I never understood that. Give me your WhatsApp number. I'm like, so you want my number? No, your WhatsApp number. It's the same thing. That's all.
Yeah, very same. It's all cool.
All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Go to YouTube and subscribe to my channel and Joe's channel. And